Good day. Today we are going to do the second lesson. What is around us? What is surrounding you? We all are surrounded by the atmosphere. We can feel the gases. We can see the atmosphere. We can see the mountains, plateaus, lands, and trees, vegetation, we all. What are these? How did these come? So we are going to do how the earth came into existence. Earth is believed to be a member of the solar family. You all know that, correct? So sun is the head of the solar family and earth is one of the members of the solar family. When the earth was formed, it was formed from it was detached due to collision. It came out from the sun and it was a burning gas of boiling mass. So the gases were there. It was a fireball. All the gases were burning and the earth was formed. It was a fire mass. Now, this fire mass, then how come we all came into existence on the earth? This fireball took millions of years to cool down. It cooled down, and ultimately, when it cooled, as it cooled, the top layer of the earth, you know that the earth is round, so the top layer of the earth started to cool. And as it cooled, some places there were mountains, some places went down, it forms plateaus, plains, valleys. And as it cooled, it started getting filled up with water. So we got here some places the water started flowing, the lands were formed, the mountains were formed, the valleys were formed, and slowly the atmosphere also cooled. It surrounded the earth, and we had the atmosphere surrounding us. After that came the vegetation, the animals, the birds, and also we also existed on the earth. So we got the four spheres of the earth. The lithosphere, that is the land part. The hydrosphere, that is the water part. Atmosphere, the gas. And the living beings form the biosphere. So we'll know what are the uses of these four spheres and how they are dependent on each other. First, of the four spheres, we'll do the lithosphere. Litho means rock and sphere means layer. Now, as you all know, that about one third of the earth, 29% of the earth's surface is covered with lithosphere, and it is about 60 to 100 kilometers thick. It is formed of mountains, plains, plateaus, valleys, and the rest is what? 64 to 100 kilometers is lithosphere. So the earth cooled and 64 to 100 kilometers solidified. The layer which got solidified came to be known as the lithosphere. It is formed of the rocks and soil. And as we go deep inside the earth, it starts becoming hotter because inside the earth, it is still boiling. We have the magma inside the earth, which is still boiling. And the gases from the magma, they start rising up. As they rise up, there is a pressure on the earth's surface, but the pressure from the top as well as from the bottom balances the earth's surface, so the earth's surface doesn't break and a balance is maintained. But sometimes the pressure of the magma becomes more and they erupt as volcanoes from the earth's surface. Now, what is the use of this lithosphere? We live on the earth or in the earth? Yes, we live on the earth. We live on the earth's surface. So, we don't live inside. But when we live on the earth, we don't fall down. Why? Because of the gravitational pull of the earth. So, the lithosphere is useful for us to live. We construct our houses, industries, roads. So, we live. Lithosphere gives us a dwelling place. Lithosphere provides us with water resources, and we have agriculture on the lithosphere. Trade and economics, because trade is done. We get the industries on the lithosphere, so we can do trade. We get the mineral resources and even the forest resources for lithosphere. Not only that, lithosphere helps us to develop our heritage and culture. So, lithosphere is very useful for the existence of human beings. The second sphere is the hydrosphere. Hydrosphere are the water bodies on the earth. When the earth started cooling, the particles which got transformed into water bodies and filled the earth and the creeks, rivers, holes, wherever it got places, form the hydrosphere. Here we have the map of the world and you can see the blue part. These are the hydrosphere, the water bodies. And these colorful ones, these solid are the lithosphere. So the earth has 71% of the earth's surface is covered with hydrosphere. Here we have the oceans, lakes, seas, gulfs, bays. Now you have learnt about the four oceans. The Pacific Ocean we mark on these sides. Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean and Arctic Ocean. The Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal. So the hydrosphere includes the ocean, seas, lakes, gulfs, bays, everything. But what are oceans? Oceans are the very deep water masses. They are very deep and large collection of water. They are the oceans. In the oceans also, we have under the mountains, valleys, because they were born deep inside and they got covered. So even on the ocean beds, we have mountains, valleys and all. The earth has 71% of the lithosphere. Of the earth's surface, 71% is lithosphere. Out of this 71%, only 97% of water is in the oceans. 97% of the water is in the oceans. Can we use this ocean water? Can we drink it even for agriculture or crops? No. We have only 3% of potable water. Potable water is water which is fit for agriculture or use. Only 3%. So water, we always say we have to use water judiciously, very carefully. Out of this 3%, 1% is in ice caps. That is on the mountains, in the Arctic and the Antarctic and on high mountains as on the Himalayas. 2% in the rivers, lakes and underground water. That's why nowadays we talk of lots of rainwater harvesting. That has become very important because only 2% is in rivers, lakes and underground water and we even bore out water. Now water is very useful. Without water can we live? It is not possible. We'll live for some time when water is needed in every walks of life. We use water for our daily needs. Water is used in the industries. Aquatic life cannot live without water. Even it is used for the generating electricity. Waterways are there. That is transport by water from one place to other, or in oceans, the ships, so waterways. Then from the hydrosphere, we get fish, salt, pearls, and even, the mineral oil chemicals are available from water. We have it at Bombay High. So, these are there, we obtain from hydrosphere. So, water is very useful for us. And as we have only 3% of potable water, it becomes very necessary to use water judiciously. As we did the two spheres, the lithosphere, the solid sphere of the earth, and hydrosphere, the water sphere. Here also you can see the atmosphere. Atmosphere we always draw up above. So here the earth, this is the earth, and the layer surrounding, wrapping the earth is the atmosphere. It is about 16 kilometers in height. Atmosphere, as we go higher up, the thickness of the air, the number of various air, that is gases that are present, they become less in number. Atmosphere is formed of various gases, water vapor and dust particles. Have you seen the dust particles? If you see the sun ray coming in through the window, you can see the dust particles flickering, dancing on the sun rays. Now these dust particles are very important. The dust particles are necessary because they spread the atmosphere. The dust particles, they cause the dusk and the dawn. What is dusk? Dusk is After the sun sets in the evening, we can see the crimson rays in the sky, that is the dusk, when the sun is not seen. And we can see the sun rays still, the colorful crimson rays, that is the dusk. And the dawn is in the morning, when we don't see the sun, before the sun rises. After darkness, we can see the color sky becoming light blue and the different colors coming up. That is the dawn. That is all present because of the dust particles. If there were no dust particles, spreading of sun rays won't be there, and then we would have seen no dusk and dawn. Now, have you seen the atmosphere? Can anyone see? We can see the lithosphere, we can see the atmosphere, hydrosphere, but the atmosphere is not visible. So it is transparent, it is colorless, and it is also odorless. Odorless means something which we cannot smell. So the characteristics of atmosphere is colorless, odorless, and transparent. Atmosphere is formed of various gases. There are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, ozone, different gases present there. These gases are very useful for us. Ozone, which is there on the Earth's surface, it is a heavy gas. We can find it near the sea coast, and it is very useful because it makes the people healthy, energetic. You have heard people saying that go for morning walks on the sea coast or in the gardens because ozone is there and makes them healthier. Ozone also protects the excess heat of the sun. Otherwise, the ultraviolet rays of the sun would have burnt us. Carbon dioxide very necessary for photosynthesis. Oxygen and nitrogen, they are very necessary for the living creatures. The dust particles, as I said, they cause dusk and dawn. And the atmosphere, it affects our food habits, clothing, habitat, economic. Because of the atmosphere, when it is very hot, we wear cotton clothes. Cold, we wear the woolen clothes. Monsoon time, we have the raincoats. So it depends on the atmosphere that we get the clothing. The food habits. Food habits depend on the crops and cereals that are grown. So atmosphere is one of the factors which affect it. So it also affects our food habits and even habitat. Our economic activities, which industries they develop, it also depends on the atmosphere. So atmosphere is very important for us. Without atmosphere, without air, man cannot live more than a few seconds. So atmosphere is very important. Earth is the only planet where we live because we have a maintained temperature, we have water, and we have atmosphere. Because of that, the Earth is a living planet. And we human beings are included in the biosphere. Biosphere is the living sphere. Living sphere. So that is all the living organisms are included in the biosphere. We can see in the water the aquatic animals, yes, on the rivers, ponds, lakes, oceans. Here on the air we can have the microorganisms, birds fly, trees live on the, birds live on the trees, human beings live on the lithosphere. Even microorganisms are there in the atmosphere. So all the living sphere, whether it be trees, animals, birds, all are included in the living sphere, the biosphere. It is divided into two, non-living and living. Biosphere occupies on the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. So today we did the uses of the different spheres and the formation of the earth. Tomorrow, the next session we'll do how they are interrelated. Thank you.